So my name is Geert Houben. I'm the founder and CEO of Cubigo. Cubigo is a software company, and so we build an integrated platform for senior living operators where they can facilitate, enable and combine all the non-clinical services within senior living, meaning dining, maintenance, activities, transportation, visitor management and so forth. We do that in two continents, North America, where the focus on the US and Canada, and then the European continent with the UK and mainland Europe. So we serve multiple stakeholders with the platform. First of all, the team members, the staff on the floor. So they used to work a lot on paper. And so we bring them on digital technology, on mobile technology, where they can manage all the different services from a mobile device or from a PC, like content, news, information, but also maintenance requests, attendance tracking during activities, or even order taking in the dining room. So all focused on efficiency. Then the second group is the resident himself, the senior, the 70, 75 plus year old person that is used to use technology more and more. And so we enable their mobile device as well, like an iPad or a smartphone, to order their own food, to subscribe for activities, to do their maintenance tickets if they have problems in their apartment, and so forth. The third one is the family member, which is an important stakeholder in getting older when you age. And so the family wants to get involved more, wants to have transparent information about how is my father or my mother doing when they live in your community. And so we provide all kind of information depending on what the resident want to share, of course, with the family members. And then the fourth and last one is the corporate organization. So it's an organization that manages like multiple of these sites, multiple communities, and they want to have access to information and data and see how they can leverage different best practices from one site and use it in another one, or even make the business more efficient just due to business intelligence and data insights that they can get through our platform. Today, actually, in senior living, it's still a very paper-driven industry, so not a lot of digital innovation has happened yet. And the reason is that a lot of people really want to work with other people and with their hands, and that's very good. But we believe that we can make the work of these care workers more efficient by not focusing on all these administration and all these administrative tasks in the back office, but really have more face time with the residents by using technology that makes their work more efficient. And of course, for the resident himself, you want to empower these people. They want to be in control of their own life, and they want to have access to all the different services themselves in real time. And then, of course, for family members, they need transparency. They just want to get involved in everything what is happening. So we have multiple pain points that we solve because it's kind of a bigger platform with multiple applications. So we serve clients in the US, Canada and Europe, and we actually started in North America, where you have larger retirement living communities, which sometimes looks even more like a hotel for seniors. And that's what we call in Belgium the assisted living properties. So we have the largest independent living provider in the USA called Holiday Retirement as one of our clients. They serve in over 250 properties in the US. They all run on the Cubigo platform. And then we have a couple of other big ones in the US and Canada that we consider as being our reference clients. And with that portfolio, we came back to Europe 2 years ago, where we started in the UK, where we work with Inspired Villages, which is one of the most innovative retirement living villages in the UK market. And then in Belgium, we work with the Senior Living Group, which is part of Corian, actually the biggest senior living operator in Europe. and so we really try and want to be a global platform where you bring all these global players on one technology so they can share also these best practices with each other. Yeah, so the people we want to engage with are senior living operators, both in Europe but also even global. And so we really believe that that they can take advantages of our platform, which is actually we are actually one of the leading platforms in the world. So any European operator that is interested is definitely interesting for us to connect with. Yeah, COVID-19 caused kind of a paradox in our business, because on the short term, senior living communities are hit hard by the crisis. A lot of deaths, a lot of pressure on the teams, a lot of these difficult situations with family that couldn't connect with their loved ones and so forth. So it was a bit hard in the first months, but then we completely shifted also our product roadmap and started to build functionalities that could really help in COVID. For example, we built a visitor management module where family members can book a time slot when they want to visit their family member in a community, and we take into account the staff on site just to make sure that there is not an overwhelming group of people going to visit. And so we manage these visits, and we have in the system over like 1 million of these visits only just in 6 months' time. Which gives us a lot of information also where people are lonely or where there are particular family members that maybe need more attention and so forth. And another advantage, or let's say difference with pre-COVID times, is that we do all our implementations on site pre-COVID, currently in a more remote or Zoom enabled way. So we roll out and we train people on the ground just virtual, and so we don't go on site anymore at all, which is a huge difference before COVID. And so in the long run, of course, we see a lot more digital connectivity also in senior living because of COVID, and the lockdown has definitely caused people to think more about using and leveraging technology to connect people inside and outside the site and the community with each other. So that's a big win for us. The trends that we see in senior living in general is that a couple of things. First of all, the typical nursing home of today is probably not the environment that everybody is really wanting to go to. So we really have to rethink that model. Meaning, first of all, the service delivery should be much more demand-driven instead of driven by the provider, driven by the supplier. If I'm a vegan or if I have a gluten allergy and I come into a community, I want that food to be adapted to my wishes and my needs, and not just like we have 2 menus and you have to select one of these 2. Like, this is just a simple example to say that service delivery needs to totally change in the future. And I think the second thing that will be different is that a lot of people just want to age in place. They just want to stay at home as long as possible. So we have to think about a model where we much more integrate the community or integrate the site in the larger neighborhood, and that people that live just in their own home but still have difficulties with cooking, for example, or maintenance, that they can still rely on like a community that can deliver services at home, or maybe they pick up people that are lonely to come to the community for playing cards in the afternoon and bring them back. Like that integration in a more consistent customer journey from home to a site and so forth, that will be the future. And so we see already good examples in Europe and also in the US and Canada. Operators are starting to think in that way, and so that's very promising.